Hello, welcome to Read the Tarot. How are you today? Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's blessed. Hope you had a great weekend. So, today I will be doing goddess, fairies, mermaid, oracle readings, plus a free 4-card tarot reading. I will be using my Ethereal Visions deck for that reading. In 1 second, while I get everything situated. And hello, Sam. Oh, hello again. And Dr. Priya, hello. I haven't seen you for a while. How are you? Now, just be 1 second. I'm setting up my Twitter and Facebook so I can follow along. Oh, it's so confusing for me. I am going to start with our Goddess Oracle reading today. This is Goddess Power by Colette Baron Reed. Artwork by Jenna De La Taglia. Oh, I'm sorry for this. The Twitter is just taking so long. There you are, Tamaria. How are you? Yes, I've had a hectic weekend. How was your weekend? I know that you were planning on moving. Did you move back? Erica, hello. Yes, I've been gone for quite a while. Hello, Mystical. How are you? I should have a better week this week. Sorry about my long absence. Oh my gosh. I can't get my Facebook to load on my phone. Okay, there we go. Finally. Read the tarot. Oh, so much is happening. I need an update, to Mary. I need to hear what's going on. Oh, thank you, Timeria. I need to turn down the phone. Okay. Now my Twitter account. I'm almost there. I'm so sorry. It's this phone. This phone takes forever. Oh my gosh. Come on. Almost here. I'm so sorry. It's already been like 5 minutes of me trying to switch a Twitter account. There we go. Read the tarot on Twitter. um, the holdup is that I'm live on. Oh, I'm sorry. I already have Facebook spammers. Sorry. Let me block that. I'm live on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook through StreamYard, and I can't actually see the messages from the people on Twitter. on StreamYard. Because see, if I type in my StreamYard chat, it goes straight to YouTube and straight to Facebook, but it doesn't go to Twitter. And I'm starting to get people who are watching on Twitter, and then they're asking me for readings, and I'm not communicating with them. But I can't set it up beforehand because it doesn't show up on Twitter until after I'm live. So that's why I have to do it this way. So pretty much like the first 5 minutes of the streams are kind of me just trying to set this up. There we go. I'm on Facebook and Twitter. So sorry about that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll set it for like 12 and then actually come in 5 minutes before the appointed time to set this up. That's what I'll do from now on. That makes more sense. Instead of actually being like 5 minutes wasted doing this stuff. Probably need to come in 10 minutes early. I'm having more problems. Oh my gosh. I'm going to shuffle these cards, I promise. Now that is interesting. I just noticed that the chat from my Facebook on Fractal Flowers on my phone actually shows up different than the chat from Read the Tarot on my phone. I wonder why that is. Okay, but I'm done. So sorry. That was 7 minutes. I'm going to have to dedicate 10 minutes early to each stream from now on just for this phone setup. That is crazy. I should only take a minute, you know. Okay, so I'm going to set my intention and clear this negative energy brought on by my phone. Can you relate? Have you ever had some negative energy brought on from technology? There we go. Okay. So we're going to start. Deb, hello again. We're going to start with a message from the Goddess Oracle deck, Goddess Power. And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for us today? What do you want the collective to know from the Goddess deck? Now, if I pull this card up and it faces me, it is an empowerment message. If I pull the card and it's reversed, it is an alignment message. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for us today from the Goddess Oracle? What message do you have for us today from the Goddesses? Thank you, Spirit. Right here. And let me see. It is alignment. It is Kuan Yin, compassion. Compassion. And it came in reversed. That means alignment. The number is 27. Kuan Yin, compassion. I think that card looks very beautiful. Bring that up a little bit. Are you feeling overwhelmed by all the suffering in the world and you can't imagine how you could make a difference? Do you feel hopeless over how we treat nature and each other? The goddess Kuan Yin knows that this is an important time of reckoning and reordering, but wants you to be careful not to fall into a pit of despair. If you allow the media to fill your mind with a constant barrage of what's wrong in the world, you will become numb and unable to move. The good news is in your alignment task. First, focus your mind locally. Your choice is not to save the whole world, but to bring your attention to where you can help. Even the smallest step toward a greater compassion is huge. Educate yourself about cultural issues and be better and more conscious and sensitive about your choices. Lend a helping hand to someone in need. Volunteer your time and choose one act of random kindness daily to help alleviate suffering. Do what you can and make that count. That was powerful. And we'll see if Spirit brings that theme through today with the messages. And if anybody's a little bit confused about this stream, this is a card of the day stream. If you see in the title where it says hashtag card of the day, this is where we go through some of my decks. And I do collective messages from Spirit that culminate with a collective 4-card tarot spread. And then after that, if you want to make a donation for a personal reading, we will do that. And then after this stream, I'm going to come back again with my messages and the psychic mediumship streams. Okay, so let me put this to the side and we'll move in. And hello, Priscilla, how are you? Rachel, hello. Let's see what message we have from the fairies today. This is the fairies, well, Oracle of the Fairies. And I've been using it also on my Fractal Flowers card of the day streams. Getting a lot of neat teaching over there. Today it was all about wild roses, ginger, motivation, healing, power. Ginger is associated with power. And I'm having a lot of fun over on those streams. Good morning, Linda. So let's see what message we have from our fairy oracle today. And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have from the fairies? What message do you have from the oracle of the fairies today? Thank you, Spirit. Right here. And it is light. So first, it's definitely different from this morning over at Fractal Flowers. Some days the messages are almost identical. Today it is different. First we have compassion and now we have light. This is our beautiful light fairy. I love that light. There's actually palm chakras in your hands. And if you notice, that light is actually emanating from her palm chakras. And that's why, like when the laying on of hands for healing is really this activation of your palm chakras. And that's where the healing energy is being transmitted from. And one might say that's almost a metaphor of Jesus's crucifixion on the cross, because he was pierced right through his palm chakras. The Fairy Queen of Light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Love and light and all things bright will remove your fears in the darkest night. So I'm going to write that and post it. Yes, I do, Rachel. Love and light and all things bright will remove your fears in the darkest night. Love and light and all things bright will remove your fears in the darkest night. This is a message direct from the Fairy Queen of Light. Light is your protection. It casts away any shadows And wherever it shines, the truth will ultimately be revealed. My bad, I take it back. If you go back to fractal flowers, we had the sun, and instead of healing, it was all about light illuminating on your path. Okay, it's going in the same direction. Let me repeat. Light is your protection. It casts away any shadows, and wherever it shines, the truth will ultimately be revealed. The fairy queen of light also comes to remind you that you are light. She stands in the dark forest, yet her light travels far so she can find her way clearly through the darkness. If you feel as though you can't find your own light, she will offer you one of her lamps to illuminate your path and the path of others who need to discover their own inner light. It's an instinctive thing to be attracted to light, and when you shine yours, it will attract others like moths to a flame. Fairy light has a different quality to other light. It contains magical particles that not only expose the truth, but also reveal the beauty of a situation and the lessons to receive from it. When the light of truth shines, nothing can be hidden, and the shadows are exposed. There's nothing harsh about this healing and revealing light. The fairy queen of light shines her light gently and peacefully, but persistently too, until only the truth remains. She reminds us that when we can face the darkness and the shadow side of ourselves without fear, the light can remain as a permanent part of our seeing and our experience in life. So far, we have Kuan Yin, compassion, and we have the fairy of light. And next, I'm going to get a message from the mermaids. My dog hears a noise outside and is on edge. So I'm trying to make sure he doesn't start barking. And the message from the mermaids is also by Karen Kay, with artwork by Linda Olson. You know, I think I will do the animals. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the animal spirit oracle, but I think I will add those. Okay, so thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message from the mermaids do you have for us today? What message from the mermaids do you have for us today? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message from the mermaids do you have for us today? Thank you, Spirit. What message from the mermaids do you have for us? What do you want us to know today? Thank you, Spirit. Our message is right here, and it is discernment. So, Sam, are you still here? Sam was here for the fractal flowers message, and I'm seeing a lot of similarities here with the discernment, the light shining on the path, revealing things, even some of the protection messages. Seeing that starting to come through and read the tarot today. Discernment. Our tarot message on. Do you feel that way, Sam? Do you see some similarities between this and the message earlier today? Discernment. Oh, look at those. Use discernment combined with wisdom, for you'll soon make a discovery that could benefit your life or the lives of others in a wonderful way. Sam says yes if you can't see. Something of great significance has been or is about to be discovered, and discernment will be required. Even in fractal flowers, our message from the memorial rose, which was a wild rose, was the scientist, and it was all about using a scientific method to tackle a situation at hand. And I'm saying this too. In the tarot reading, it ended up with the sun and the wisdom. Um, so something of great significance has been or is about to be discovered, and discernment will be required. This mermaid is contemplating the reality of her revelation and thinking about how and if the discovery should be revealed and to whom. You could find yourself in a situation where discernment combined with sensitivity is required. Perhaps something is about to be unearthed concerning your friend, friends, family, or ancestors, or a secret may soon be revealed. It's vital to be discerning when sharing any information that comes to light at this time. Wow, Spirit. If you've discovered or are about to discover some important information about someone, be mindful and use discernment if you decide to share this with a third party. Approaching the person or people directly would be the wisest way forward. Using compassion and discernment. Wow, using compassion and discernment. Look at this. Using compassion and discernment. Okay, so I get the message. Not sure if this is resonating with anybody else, but Spirit is, this message is absolutely 100% resonating with me. So I get the message, Spirit, compassion and discernment it is. Wow. Approaching the person or people directly would be the wisest way forward. Using compassion and discernment when bringing up any sensitive subjects. Always give the other person an opportunity to share their truth before jumping to any conclusions. Remember, you're not in court, so try not to cast judgment. Misunderstandings can occur if you allow your mind to fill in the gaps, so be discerning when imparting any revelations and share with an open heart and mind. This card is also saying you're about to discover another aspect of yourself. Like layers of an onion, as each layer peels away, you can make new and exciting discoveries. Embrace any new facets that you unearth through your soul searching. Wow, that was wild. Absolutely wild. And Sam, I thought this reading was a bit different. This reading really isn't different at all. Compassion, light, bringing that light into those situations, into the darkness, and discernment. And we see whatever this is that you discover about yourself, friends, family members. Yeah, it's so similar, Sam. To keep that discernment going, keep that compassion and discernment. Okay, now I did feel led to do an additional oracle deck. Not sure if this will throw something a little bit different into this. This is Colette Baron Reed, and of course I love Colette. I'm part of her Oracle membership circle, where we get one-on-one classes with her. One of my favorite teachers. And this is the Spirit Animal Oracle. And my spirit animal is the deer. This is such a beautiful representation of my very own spirit animal. So again, this deck does work with empowerment and alignment messages, only they're actually called something different. They're called Oracle and Protection messages. So if it's reversed, it will be protection. If it's straight up, it will just be Oracle. When I first got this deck, I had a bottle of essential oil, My essential oils were above the deck, and I did not know, but one of my bottles fell over, opened up, and drenched these cards. And they have the most beautiful smell. They're like all oily, like they were truly anointed. The guidebook kind of fell apart from all the oil, but yeah, I'll show you. This is a guidebook. That's from all the oil that fell on it. But the cards themselves were so strong, they held up to the oil, did not get damaged, and just smell heavenly. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for us from the Spirit Animal Oracles? What message do you have? And our message is right here. Let me pull it. It is protection. Ant Spirit. Time to collaborate. Time to collaborate. So we're seeing this getting to work. Number 1. Time to collaborate. And this is a huge deck. Some 68 cards. Interesting. First time using this and I get number 1. Ants. Okay, so this is going to be protection. Do you really believe that you have to do everything yourself? Do you believe that somehow any help you get will be disappointing or not good enough? Perhaps it is time to address your issues of control and bias toward the negative. It doesn't matter where or why you came to be pessimistic or mistrustful. The fact that Ant Spirit is showing up now is a sign that you have an opportunity to heal and to relearn to trust that others will show up for you in a genuine way. Ant Spirit wants you to remember that your expectations and limiting beliefs are a vibrational offering that draws in the opposite of what you desire. Spirit wants to help you and will send collaborative partners your way. It's time to see the universe as conscious and connected, loving and helpful, but you must participate in this activity of co-creating. Creating reality is not just about dreaming. If you are feeling orphaned from community, reach out and communicate. If you feel vulnerable, know that being present in your vulnerability can help you draw in someone who wants to assist you. Trust in your partnership with Spirit, and your outer conditions will start to reflect that. Then you will see the miracles waiting for you, including partners who appear ready to lend a hand. And that was beautiful. And those cards smell so good. Okay, so to recap, our message today, we have Kuan Yin, compassion. Had a lot of making discoveries about either other people, ourselves, how we're going to handle that sensitive subject. Light. The light comes and sheds its light, illumination, and wisdom on the darkness. The Fairy Queen of Light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Then we have discernment. So we do have a lot of things that were being kept hidden coming to light. And our discernment was saying, you're going to receive some information about either yourself, somebody else, a situation, and how are you going to handle that? And again, that compassion was reiterated, saying when you gain this wisdom, you must handle it with compassion. And our Ant Spirit is saying, don't become so jaded in life from other people that you have this, I can do it all on my own, I don't need anybody else attitude. And that when you think that way, you're actually attracting low vibrational people into your life. That once you start to reverse that and say, yes, Spirit, I will trust you, I will trust other people. I am open to working with other people. Then to set that intention, but again, use your discernment of the people that you let into your life and your inner circle. But once you have that positive um, affirmation out there, to expect to attract the right people into your life. And I'm going to put these away, and then we're going to move on to our tarot card reading using the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck. I'll put the Hanged Man up here. That is the Hanged Man. And I hope that message resonated with you. No, Dr. Priya, there is no reading. This is a collective tarot reading. If you want to make a donation at the end, after I do the free 4-card tarot reading, then I can give you a personal reading. If you read the video description, you will see it explained. But when you see the hashtag card of the day, this is a card of the day string. And it'll say hashtag card of the day at the very beginning of the title. And what I'm going to do now is a 4-card free tarot reading for the collective. It will be situation, solution, advice, and outcome. And I'm going to clear and charge this deck. And then if anybody wants to do a donation-based reading, and again, that will be donations only. After this stream, I will be making another stream where I will give out free messages. This is a free message, but it's one free message for the collective. I know it's a little confusing. It's important to read the description. That's where I explain it all. Thank you, Spirit. This deck is so beautiful. It's the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. Quickly becoming another one of my favorite decks. I have so many decks. Love them all. Yes, Parker. I'll keep her in prayer. And we are in a heart chakra cleanse right now with the background music. That is 639 hertz. If you want to just visualize your heart chakra glowing in a beautiful bright emerald green color. Chakra means wheel. Those chakra energy centers are spinning. Oh, wow. Upasana, that's awesome. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What is our situation, solution, advice, and outcome? What is our situation, solution, advice, and outcome? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What is our situation, solution, advice, and outcome? Okay, our situation card is right here, and it is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups. So we are definitely in our emotion. Oh, thank you, Upasana. And I will be back on this channel after the stream ends with the cards, with the messages from Spirit. I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit more so we can get better detail on the picture. And the Eight of Cups. Our cups are all about our emotions, our feelings, all about moving on. And as you can see, our little guy is sitting here. The cups are behind him, and he's just staring off into the future. And you almost just get this sense of like, he's just wondering what's out there, right? What lies ahead. And most of our imagery on the Eight of Cups feels like that. Um, I'm I'm weary. I'm tired. I've done this. Um, I've been here. I've done everything. I can't do any more. I'm so tired. I have no more energy. It's time to move on. And maybe just feeling like I know that I should move on, but I don't really have the energy to move on. You know, something is stopping me. But everything that's beautiful that fills these cups, everything that was full of joy and life and vitality and hope and passion, maybe even dreams, like you could probably name one thing to put in each of these cups, right? But they're all behind. It's like I've given up. I can't do anymore, and it's time to move on. So our situation card is really on this. What's ahead? Um, we might see a little bit more with our solution and advice, but I feel that for everybody watching right now, that the situation card is just speaking to you about a situation where you know you've given it your all and you can't give anymore, and it is time to move on. Now our solution is the Well, and very interesting because these cards, this deck has two additional major arcana cards, and they're the Artist in the Well. And I sure do have a knack for pulling these cards, and I'm not really sure what they mean yet, but I'm learning. They're both about creativity. I would just say, just looking at this, you know, intuitively, um, when you feel that there's nothing left, right? Don't we usually say the well has run dry? So I think that our solution here is going to be about refilling our wells. What is it that we use to refill our own wells, refill the wells of life, the wells of love, of our passion, our creativity? Now I'm going to read it from the book. The well is the birthplace of ideas, inspiration, and transformation. All things are birthed from this creatrix, and knowledge flows freely to those who seek it. It's about opportunity, nature, creativity, and nurturing. But in the reversed, it's about destruction, endings, cold, and stagnant. So I do see how this is coming in to basically complement the energies of the Eight of Cups, because the Eight of Cups is saying it's time to move on. There's nothing left here. Um, I'm drained. I'm completely drained. And the well is our solution card. And the well is basically saying when your cup is run dry, it's time to fill it up again. And where are we going to get this source that's going to refill our cups? We have to get it from spirit. Um, because it's our solution, we're not really looking at the endings. It's time to tap in and realize that with all endings comes a new beginning. And instead of focusing on the ending, we need to open ourselves up to spirit and this new beginning, being in this new place of really creativity that's going to arise from being in our Eight of Cups. Now, our advice card usually is some advice to help you move into the solution, or it could be advice about how to move past the situation, because that's like all connected. So, our advice card is Queen of Pentacles. And we had a lot of Queen energy in our Fractal Flowers card of the day reading. So, when our cups have run dry, this is the time that we need to step in. And of course, it's not just us women, or people who identify as female. And I don't think I do justice with all of those pronoun things. I don't really follow. I don't really understand them all. I'm old. There's more than I can keep up with. But we're not talking gender here. We're talking energy. So our Queen of Pentacles, she's very loving and supportive. She knows how to create a warm, secure environment. She makes people feel better. She's actually like somebody who you they have this beautiful, gentle way with children, with animals, with nature. This is the queen who is very giving of herself, of her time and her energy. She's resourceful, and whatever the problem is, she's going to do whatever she can to help meet that need. She's also very trustworthy. She knows how to keep a secret. She's loyal and steadfast. Now, I think that this keeping secrets and this loyalness and steadfast has a lot to do with the oracle card messages that came through, especially with the discernment, because it kept saying, if something's revealed to you, what are you going to do with that? So our Queen of Pentacles, our advice here is, are you going to keep faith with yourself and keep faith with others? Are you going to be loyal and true to your word? Are you going to be somebody that other people can confide their secrets in and honor those secrets? At the same time, though, you're big hearted, you're compassionate. Compassion was very heavy in the readings today. So, what's beautiful here is we're seeing somebody in this situation who is really just emotionally drained, just at almost at rock bottom, and just there's nowhere else to go but to move forward and leave what no longer serves you behind. And now we're going to the well, we're going to the source. We can't just magically refill our own cups. We have to go spend time with spirit. We have to spend time with God. We have to go into our prayer closet. We have to meditate. We have to do those things that elevate us and bring us to a higher vibration. Many of us, when we're in this state, when we're in this state, we do the opposite. It's almost like the natural thing, right? Oh my gosh, my cup is run dry. Everything sucks and I have to move on. Let me make it worse. Let me see what I can do to try and fix this void in myself and just avoid the reality that it's time to move on, right? Um, some people become apathetic. Some people go within and they stop participating in life anymore. Some people turn to drugs, they turn to alcohol, they turn to anything to give them a quick fix. But what spirit is saying you have to do is you have to go to the source. You have to go to the well. You have to go not just within yourself but outside of yourself to spirit, who's going to elevate you. You have to do those things that take you out of that dark place and bring you back into the light, so your cup will be full again. You can't give from an empty cup. And if your cup is empty you have to refill it. And you're not going to have the power to refill it on your own. You have to connect with spirit. You have to connect with God. And whether that's through prayer, study, just meditating and then journaling, just doing those very basic things that connect us to spirit. And if any of that feels uncomfortable to you, just start by just turning the TV off, take a nice warm bath, and just kind of put on some spiritually uplifting music and just relax. And that's really just the beginning of how you start to refill your your cup, you know. And now our advice here is the Queen of Pentacles, right? So instead of going within, instead of being, depressed and this didn't work out or whatever the situation is, spirit is saying you have to keep a spirit of compassion about yourself. You have to continue to be loving and caring and keep your defenses down, even if you've been hurt, even if you want to erect walls and keep other people out. You have to be this Queen of Pentacles, even though that this is not gender based, it's spirit based, it's energy based. But you have to keep this beautiful, loving spirit about you. And that is going to exemplify and accelerate the refilling of your cup. And our outcome here is the Eight of Swords. And now we have two eights here. We began with our situation being the Eight of Cups, that it's time to move on. And our outcome is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords, where many people feel trapped, they feel hopeless, they feel depressed and in despair and in confusion. They feel there's nowhere to turn, right? And this is like a lot of what I was saying here, is that it's almost like you're despondent. You're looking out at the world and you're like, I've lost everything. I don't have my joy. My cups are over here, but I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what's out there and not really taking the steps to do this. And being feeling this energy of just feeling bound and trapped, restricted, confined, that there's nowhere else to go. And spirit is saying that if you connect with spirit, if you co-create with spirit and move forward in your life by refilling your cup, going to the well, going to source and refilling, these chains that you feel are going to come right off of you. And I wanted to pull one more card, and I love it. It is the Page of Swords. And this is like spirit is just saying, you will come into your power. You're going to take that sword. You're going to cut through those things that have kept you bound, and you're going to walk in your freedom. I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to stop this and open it up for donations if anybody wants. And then our final outcome here is the Ten of Pentacles. We're looking at that completion. I do want to point out too that we had our advice was the Queen of Pentacles, right? And the Queen of Pentacles. So this reading is also, I feel, kind of going into matters of home life, because our Queen of Pentacles says advice, right? Keep that love, keep that compassionate spirit, no matter what's going on around you. You are the loyal one. You are the trustworthy one. And when it's all said and done, the Ten of Pentacles is that beautiful family unit. We're seeing the generations. We're seeing the animals. We're seeing the wealth. We're seeing abundance. We're seeing prosperity. And we're seeing family relations that are healthy, prosperous, and productive, thriving, and successful. So that is our message for today. If anybody wants to make a donation for a reading, please let me know. It's almost 1, so I am going to take a little break and then come back with the free messages from Spirit, and I will open it up to some psychic mediumship to see if anyone comes through. I needed a break from psychic mediumship for a while after some personal stuff that I've gone through. So I just want to slowly bring that back up. But I do want to thank everybody. And Tracy, hello. I hope you are doing well. Milestone followers. Check that out. So Upasna's a milestone. Tracy Sharp, you are a milestone follower. Thank you. I have no idea what it means. Facebook is doing all these new things, and I can't even keep up with it all. Yes, I will see you in a little bit. So thank you again, everybody. God bless you. And yes, Emmanuel, I will pray for you, but your name is Dizon. And again, I will be live very shortly on my Read the Tarot stream. I just have to set it up, and I hope I will see you there. I will be giving out free messages from Spirit. So thank you, everybody. God bless you, and read the tarot.